Before we start the video, I want you to subscribe to the best Telegram channel at the first link in the description, where we show our earnings on cryptocurrencies, and not only. Our capital that we manage is more than $3 million. Thanks for subscribing. Also in the description is a links to verified exchangers when you register, on which you get a welcome bonus from me. Let's get to the video. The population of the Earth today is 8 billion people. 5 billion people is the number of people using the internet today. Of these, 4,700,000,000 people use social networks. This is more than half of all population of our planet. And every day, this number is only growing. And right now, all these internet users, including you and me, are witnessing global changes and the emergence of a whole new generation of internet, which can change the established world order. Right now we are standing on the threshold of a new technological development that could fundamentally change our entire world. It's no secret that today, the vast majority of all segments of the internet are controlled by a few of the largest technology companies, which have complete power over everything you do. And in response to the existing oligopoly from the world's major corporations, began to rapidly develop a new generation of internet, which was called Web 3.0. which gathered the latest technological achievements of mankind: artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain technology, decentralization, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs. But to better understand how this concept works, let's remember how it all began. The period from 1991 to 2004 is called the Web 1.0. At that time, the web was a set of static pages where you could only view some information on the sites. You could read text, look at pictures, or listen to music. But there was no feedback from the users. This kind of internet was called read-only. The period from 2004 to today is called the period of Web 2.0. With the advent of social networks, interactive platforms, and various services, static sites turned into a whole ecosystem of web applications, where each person could place their own content while interacting with other users. This kind of internet was called read-write, but it is in Web 2.0 that the main problems appear. When you use various sites, social networks, or web applications, you make your request to a server, which gives you the response you want or records the data you enter. These servers are owned by specific people or companies who have complete power and who can block your account at will, limit your activities, or remove all of your content if it suddenly does not comply with their policies. Another problem is the transmission of your sensitive data to third parties, which can be used intentionally for self-serving purposes. It has become clear that Web 2.0 needs to be updated. Therefore, as of late, there is such a concept as Web 3.0. The concept of Web 3 itself originated a few decades ago, but interest in it has revived in recent years, against the backdrop of the popularity of cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and decentralized finance. And it is assumed that in the future, these directions will become the main technological components, which will help everyone to use financial services without using the traditional financial systems. And if you want to master decentralized finance from scratch today, learn what this technology is, how does it work, and how can you earn money with it. Especially for this, we have created the most detailed, simple, and clear course on earning on DeFi. With our training lessons and step-by-step instructions, absolutely everyone, without any initial knowledge, can learn decentralized finance and start earning consistently. Our authoring course on earning on DeFi is available free of charge for all members of our closed channel. If you are interested, you can find all the information in the description below this video. Web 3.0. This is a completely new stage of development of the internet, which will use blockchain technology and all the tools of decentralization. It is important to note that Web 3.0 goes far beyond the usual use of the internet and fully penetrates into our lives. The main idea of Web 3 is a complete change in the existing financial system, the interaction of people, the rules of companies, and the construction of a completely new world. Not without reason, the chief ideologist of the concept of Web 2.0, Tim O'Reilly, defines Web 3.0 as the internet, which will interact with the physical world. This concept is also similar to the meta world, where the internet space interacts with the real physical world through augmented or virtual reality. Not to stop here, because we wrote about the meta world and how it will change all our lives in the future in our open Telegram channel. Be sure to follow the first link in the description and check out this fascinating material. The main features of Web 3 are the following. The first is decentralization. All data will no longer be stored on a single server that belongs to specific people or companies. It will be a distributed database that will be stored on multiple nodes. Blockchain technology will help organize data storage as well as establish trust between users. Second, cryptocurrencies and NFTs. They will play a leading role in the new generation of the internet, because they will take on the function of protecting digital property in decentralized blockchain networks. Third, trust and absence of restrictions. All internet users will be able to interact with each other directly, without the need for an intermediary or a third party, and without regulatory permission. Fourth, open source. Most of all assets in the Web 3 will be created with software, with code that will be open and available to the developer community. It is transparency that will play a key role, creating a more robust digital environment. Fifth, all of your content that you upload to the internet can be tokenized and presented as NFT tokens. That is, any content you create can have uniqueness and proof of ownership of that content. This will help content creators make money from the content more easily. Sixth, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Computers will be able to understand information in the same way that humans do, providing each user with more relevant content based on their preferences. Seventh, ubiquitous access. Web 3 will allow access to the internet from anywhere and from any device, not only from a computer and phone, but also from new kinds of smart gadgets. Eighth, Web 3 will involve a single authorization method, which will be the key to all resources on the internet. Roughly speaking, your created account can be used to log into social networks and use your wallet and pay for goods through a banking application, but it will all be anonymous. You will be able to use all the services on the internet, but there will be no way to trace your real identity. Ninth, Web 3 assumes that all organizations, companies, and services and applications will be decentralized autonomous organizations. These are organizations that have no managing person, director, or owner. The main persons here are the users, who have a voice. 10th, the meta-universe, which will be the improved social networks of Web 2.0. At this point, Web 3 is a young, evolving, and vast ecosystem. At this stage, the world's largest companies are investing heavily in this technology, experimenting with NFTs and meta-universes, testing DeFi's performance and evaluating their potential, improving the centralized data storage, and working on scaling the entire system, improving the user experience of applications. But despite all the effort invested, a tremendous amount of work is still needed for mass adoption in Web 3. But already now we can observe that this new technology is gradually penetrating into our lives, changing the world we are used to.